All right, we're back on YouTube. This is not another boring podcast. Mustafa threw the police body cam, Judge Carol Weimer under the microscope, and we're just gonna dive into the conversation, um, and continue what we were talking about. Apparently, Glenn Ford, the ex-boyfriend, who the Commonwealth attorney is using as a star witness, tell you on a body cam that Mustafa is abusing his girlfriend, abusing the kids, but he tells you, I didn't see anything. As a matter of fact, he goes on and say, Mustafa doesn't even know me. But I've been watching Mustafa. That's interesting. So, right there, he says, I didn't see anything. That's hearsay. Anything after you say, I wasn't there, I didn't see anything, it's hearsay. But the Commonwealth attorney is using this individual. This individual, we have a private investigator that went out, sat down with him, and on a recorded line, he says, the other star witness, in this case, who also wasn't there, didn't see anything, asked him, can we unalive Mustafa and make it look like an accident? That's on a recorded line. This 40-year-old man has been sleeping with the other star witness, and she's 16 at the time. That 16-year-old is Dorothy's daughter, who doesn't live with her, lives with her father at their house, doesn't live with Mustafa and Dorothy. That tells you on a different body cam, on another body cam, she was not there, she didn't see anything, but Mustafa abused her mom and the kids. But she said, I didn't see anything. I wasn't there, I didn't see anything. More hearsay. Now, apparently, Dorothy's daughter, the 16-year-old, her dad works for an individual that had a problem with Mustafa 1 month before Mustafa meets her mother. Mustafa met Dorothy. Their relationship is 3 months long. That's how long Mustafa knows Dorothy. Mustafa fell in love with Dorothy. Mustafa took on taking care of the kids. The relationship is 3 months long. A month before Mustafa met Dorothy, there was a club owner. Mustafa used to go to that location. This club owner, we'll go into details, attempting to kick Mustafa off the property. This guy is racist. There's a video. There was a huge problem. The guy went viral for being racist to Mustafa. The community started boycotting his establishment for being racist to Mustafa. Giant white guy trying to be racist to Mustafa. This went viral at the time. Well, a month into that situation, Mustafa met Dorothy. And her daughter, who doesn't live with her, doesn't live with Mustafa, lives with her dad. Apparently, her dad worked for that guy. And is forcing 16-year-old Kylie to be in a forensic interview. She said that on a forensic interview. She said, my dad is making me. That 16-year-old came to Glenn Ford and asked him to unalive Mustafa before the vehicle accident. And can we make it look like an accident? Glenn Ford, he's 40 years old. He says, she wakes up in my bed. That's on a recorded line. That they're on some kind of drugs. She wakes up in his bed. He says on a recorded line that he's been forcing Dorothy's kids to shower. Glenn Ford says that he's been forcing kids to shower. You're talking about a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old. You're forcing kids. Listen to the audio. We'll put it on the internet. That's who we're talking about. That's Amy Ashworth, star witness. A person that is a horrible human being, a monster. He says he wakes up to a 16-year-old in his bed. forcing kids to shower. I mean, that's a disgusting human being. That person on a body cam says, I didn't see anything, I wasn't there, but Mustafa is abusing Dorothy, abusing the kids. So the Commonwealth Attorney is using this guy. Now, mind you, the Commonwealth Attorney is using this guy, but is avoiding the giant elephant in the room. There is a Google Nest inside the apartment. So now everybody's terrified. The Commonwealth Attorney is on high alert. This guy is on high alert. Everybody's panicking because apparently there's a Google Nest inside the apartment that shows it's a beautiful relationship. So for over 2 years, the Commonwealth Attorney is avoiding the giant elephant in the room. And what you'll hear in these court proceedings is disturbing. Why are they not talking about the Google Nest? You're sitting here talking to, asking the ex-boyfriend, you're asking the 16-year-old, you're asking the kids that you weaponize against Mustafa, but you're not looking at the Google Nest? Videos, days on days of Google Nest material? It's disturbing. So this guy, Glenn Ford, apparently what he's done is he took the kids that he weaponized against Mustafa out to the local 7-Eleven, and you've got a crazy guy there. This guy calls the police department. In the file, when you read the file, it's the weirdest thing you'll ever see. You'll read that the dispatcher says, we don't know what he's talking about. We can barely understand him. And leave it at that. In court, the prosecutor is saying that Mustafa gave him a brain injury. That this guy had gotten in Mustafa's car. I mean, this guy is so crazy, he took it upon himself to move forward with a story. I mean, you've got a crazy guy. This is on the news. They're saying Mustafa crashed the vehicle on purpose. Investigators say Mustafa, NBC4, 1 day into the vehicle accident, says police say, investigators say that Mustafa crashed the vehicle on purpose, intentionally not buckled a 5-year-old and crashed the vehicle on purpose, unaliving his white girlfriend and her 5-year-old baby. Hey, Mustafa, they're already telling this community, look at this monster. And then you have the ex-boyfriend who's weaponizing the kids, who's on the internet saying that Mustafa ran away, that Mustafa's on the run, he did this on purpose. He's all over Facebook. You know how the police department has a page, and when they report on an accident, so he's all over that page, trolling everybody that we have those comments. He takes the kids to the 7-Eleven. There's a crazy guy, and next thing you know, there's a report where he calls the police department. And the prosecutor in court, what does she say? She takes it on further. She builds a whole story on it. She says Jason Nance got into Mustafa's vehicle, and Mustafa wrecked the car and gave this guy a brain injury. Now, the prosecutor, I don't think she thought that, I mean, this is General District Court. I don't know if she thought that this is just going to go away. I mean, there is no vehicle accident. I mean, when you say Mustafa wrecked the car, where is the incident report that Mustafa crashed the vehicle? It doesn't exist. It never happened. The guy that you're talking about actually does have a brain injury because he fell out of an airplane when he was in the Air Force. And now he's permanently crazy.